Guys, welcome back to TT Calling. So I will be looking to see what good vibes are coming in for you. So shout out to all my new viewers and my returning subscribers. All right, let's see. Let me figure out what deck I want to do. So I don't know what's gonna come up. I'm just gonna let spirit take the wheel. These are channeled messages. Take what resonates. Leave the rest for someone else. Okay, okay. All right. Let me change up the vibe right quick. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Switch up the time. Oh, what's going on? Maybe it's an internet reception issue. I'm not sure. Hey, Lady B. What's up, Jerry? Happy Thursday. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. All that great jazz. This is interesting. Holla if you need me. So I've been hearing this song on replay all morning. All right. Trey Songs, Holla if you need me. And then I also heard I fumbled your heart. And it, Dang, okay. I guess I can't see the chat. What's up, D? Hey, Eleanor. So this is going to be some good vibes for all my people out there that are being underpaid. If you feeling underpaid, if you feeling lackluster of any type of inspiration, but you still hanging in there, then this message is going to be for you. If you know you're the type of person that is a hands-on learner, where you rather do it yourself than to let someone else dominate you and tell you how you're supposed to do it, even if you know the situation is not going to work, if you know that someone else is dictating to you how you should do it, the type of style you should do it in, or whatever, that's not going to work on you. Okay, so this is going to be for those of you that feel that way. Spirit, what's your message? Hey, Aziza. Hi, Emily. What's your... No, let's use a different deck. Let me see. Comes out. Apathy. You have a love-hate relationship with somebody at your job or someone that you work with. Well, if you need me, holla if you need me. If you ever need me to be, you can, you can holler at me. I don't know who this person is, but someone is coming up in your energy. Okay. I do feel as if this person is seeing things from your perspective. There's something about somebody really, really, really gonna let you know. Someone feels like something that they were hiding is being exposed or something like that. So we have release resentment. Yeah, apathy. Release resentment about money. Yes, the money system of the world can seem upsetting, but holding resentment about finances just pushes your abundance away. Instead, see money as a tool you can use to better the world, and this shift will help you attract support and golden opportunities. So we are talking about good vibes and what's coming in for you. Bottom of the deck, we have God is your source. So shout out to all my religious folk out there. I'm also hearing folklore. For those of you that are mystics, mysticism, shout out to y'all too. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive it. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. Do the work. Do the work. Okay. So, whatever your passion is, it's led you to this point, and it's all connected to your life purpose. So, right now, the call that you feel in your soul opens up new beginnings for you. This is an opportunity for you to step onto platforms and do what it is that you love and do it with confidence. You are very talented, and Spirit is saying everything that you need to know along the way is going to be taught to you. So when you fall down, or you have a rise and a fall on your journey, all of those experiences is going to qualify you as a great teacher, a wonderful mentor, and it's going to open doors for you to connect with other influential people, whether it's in your industry or they have the same calling over their life. There's something about a calling over. It's not a calling over your life. It's a calling that your soul has made. Your soul has called you. Like picked up the phone and said, "Hey, you, I'm calling you. This is your soul purpose." So let's pull some soul purpose cards right quick, just to see what comes out. I feel like a lot of religious people, I don't know, it's like you attract a lot of religious, self righteous people that believe that your gift or whatever you do, they believe that you should be like you should be dominating the religious sector. It's like, see, God is punishing you for being greedy and indulging in sin, and you need to only when you listen to God's call will you actually receive prosperity. See, God is punishing you. Huh? So there are people that feel like you are being exposed in your workplace or whatever you do for work. If you're a singer, you also attract people that are just like that, where they feel like you should be using your voice only for gospel. For those that are in the spiritual community, they feel like you should be only using your God-given gifts to have it be of service. For Christians, repent. I'm hearing repent. I'm hearing Yahweh's gonna get all of y'all. This is what happened because something about Yahweh or something like that. But your vision is clear, and so they're pretty much saying like, because you're defiant and because you are going against God and the order in which God said you should do things and the commandments and all those other types of things, you are suffering, experiencing delays. Someone right now sitting in the pulpit, sitting on their stage, and they feel like they're doing God's work, calling all his children back home to him. Like, I sleep good at night. You also have like people that are getting like a dopamine hit. They feel like they're getting a dopamine hit watching your decline in some area of life. So, aside from all of the resentments that are happening right now in regards to how you make your money or what you do, how you share your gifts, if you are famous or a celebrity, if they feel like you're just like everyone else, taking from the poor and being rich, there it's definitely saying outside of that energy, outside of people that are miserable, unhappy, controlling, they don't like to be seen for what they are. There are still wonderful people who are out there. There's still wonderful people that's out there outside of this vibration. It's like you've reached the bottom of the motherfucking barrel. Okay? Like in Toy Story, you're at the fucking bottom of the motherfucking barrel. And all these toy soldiers are on top of you. And they're just soldiers. Mindless behavior. Okay. And then you got Lamb Chop trying to scoop you out because you're at the bottom of the barrel. So opportunities are going to be presented to you. Opportunities are coming in for you. And one of the biggest illusions that crab in a barrel type mentality likes to do is to convince you that you can't trust people. Convince you that something is going to happen to you if you use your gifts. You're going to get psychic attacks. You're going to experience this. You're going to experience that. Are those things happening? Yeah. Um, can they affect you? Sure. But really, it's like heaven is bestowing upon you an opportunity to look around. Daydreaming. And there's something about getting you to imagine and daydream again. So you can go in a healthy way. The only way that you can attract this type of vibration or be connected to this type of vibration is if you, let's say you daydream about a life that you desire and then it never actually manifests and comes into fruition. That's the kind of people that these religious folk are looking for. The kind of people that are lackluster, right? I daydreamed, I imagined, I prayed for my person, they didn't come. And so then the religious person come in and say, see, the reason why they didn't come is because you were sinning. Only person that can give you your kingdom spouse is God. Only person that can guarantee that you're going to receive this is that. And so they take you through this whole ritualistic experience of how you have to cut soul ties and redeem yourself and rebaptize yourself in order to get the protection. But that's a contradiction. If God said, I'm always with you, how can someone else tell you that in order to get God's protection back, that you got to go through all these different sacraments? As if it was something that you could ever lose to begin with. There's a contradiction. What spirit is saying, what spirit is saying to you is that anything that you've ever been shown in a dream, any dream that you ever had, anything that you've ever daydreamed about, a healthy way of interacting with it is when you take the action to act upon those dreams. So you have no one else to blame but yourself. If you dreamt of something, you saw a vision, you wanted it, but you didn't know how to apply it to get where you need to go, that's a you thing. That's not tarot. That's not no reader. That's not no charlatan. What that is you were made aware that you are made in the image of God, right? So now you're awake. Then you became conscious to the reality that God is talking to you and showing, revealing things to you in the spirit after the church told you that God don't answer you back. God answer you back only in one way, through scripture or through whatever modality that they tell you. But you can't deny that you've seen signs and synchronicities where God is communicating to you through numbers, images, signs, synchronicities, and it's no coincidence. So when you question yourself, doubt seeps in. And when doubt seeps in, then you start asking yourself, well, am I talking to good spirits or bad spirit? What's a spirit? All of those questions stem from belief systems that once had control over you and kept you tamed and kept you in a certain type of on a certain type of frequency, and then you elevate through your awareness and you become conscious that the visions are real, that you are seeing things and you weren't crazy, and that it wasn't scary. And so now those denominations feel as if they're going to lose a soul. So now they're on a mission to save your soul from yourself. But if you are God and God is made in the image of you, why is anybody trying to save you from God? That's a contradiction. Why would God assign someone to save you from itself? Why would God ordain someone outside of you to be the dictator and the person to restrict the way in which God can communicate to you? Make it make sense. And so anytime you experience something negative, fear tells you that you're experiencing something negative because you're not doing what God wants you to do. So you did God tell you that you weren't doing what you're supposed to do? Or did fear get you to trick yourself? Did a belief system? Belief systems are only ingrained at a childbearing age when you are receptive to be backdoored. What's backdoored? When someone is able to give you the conditions in which you should subscribe, which you should honor. Honor that those commandments are literally, it's an engraving, just the same way it was etched in stone. It's supposed to be something that can never be broken because it was ingrained in your psyche. So now you had to go on a journey of becoming aware and conscious of what belief systems are existing in your psyche. Someone told you that monsters weren't real. Whatever visions you were having as a kid, it was all of Satan. It was all the devil. And just pray it away because it's something to fear. And so now, as a grown ass adult, you fear the dark. The fuck? Why would you fear the dark? When you were in the womb, babies open their eyes in the stomach. It's dark in there. You didn't fear it then, so why fear it now? So those are the conditions that have to be released in order for good vibes to make its way through. Doubt is a joy killer. All right. And anxiety, it starts to take over. I mean, they made it as plain as day. They made a whole movie called Inside Out. When joy is not in your psyche, the absence of joy is the reason why joy was the first emotion to come online, because joy is the God frequency. So when joy emotion expanded, sadness came on, anger, the first 5 core emotions came online. But joy was always first. And they showed you in real time what it looks like when joy is outside of the mainframe. Anxiety comes on, and now you got anxiety, you got depression, you have all these different emotions. And emotions are just conditions. They are symptoms of conditions and experiences that you feel like you can't control. Anxiety comes from not being able to control an outcome, control the future, what to expect. And so your mind starts to create multiple different timelines, multiple different possible things of ways in which something can happen, and then you work to prevent all of them, and all you do is turn yourself into a wreck. Worry never helped nobody. Fear ain't never helped nobody. But that's pretty much what it is. It's saying, regardless of you, whatever you went through in life, whether it was through family, relationships, in your career, the negative experiences that you have, the things that were said about you, you know who these people are. You know what their intentions are. So you're already outsmarting them. You're already 10 steps ahead of them. You don't have to protect nobody. You don't have to pretend like you don't know. You don't have to ignore them. The only time you feel like you are dishonoring yourself is when you're trying to keep the peace. They told you that you're supposed to be peaceful. You're supposed to operate as in a certain way in order to be considered righteous. That's their belief system. But if they can convince you to believe that, they can convince you to believe that by trying to affect like your finances, affect different things that it's like, well, my money has value. What I want to listen to or subscribe to, I could take my shit and go somewhere fucking else. I can go be peaceful somewhere else. I don't have to indulge in this bullshit. You're absolutely right. But I guarantee you, they'll be back, and you know it. The same people that don't like your music, the same people that feel like you are, you're getting a hardcore dose of truth, and it feels good in the moment because it makes them feel like they have some type of control. But they aren't the only vibration out there. So you could choose to ignore them or you can call them out. The only reason Spirit says ignore them is because if it bothers you and it makes you emotionally try to prevent, if it triggers your anxiety, if it bothers you, then don't say nothing. Take the high road. But if that shit turn you on, like if you get a little dopamine hit from calling some awkward weird shit out, honor your spirit, honor your soul. This is the season to honor your soul so you don't have to resent nobody. Make money the way you want to make money. Be who you want to be. Don't let nobody dictate to you, because I promise you, when you listen to your soul, people could be telling you like, oh, you need to be nicer. People that give you money, you need to be this, you need to talk less, you need to curse less. Fuck them. I can guarantee you. You're what humanity needs, not what they want. And that's okay. Because you were made special. You're special for a reason. Your struggles in life are special for a reason. The real problem is that other people feel like you should have more class about yourself. Other people want to impose their belief systems onto you and make you feel as if their money, their time, their energy, and how they want to spend and where they want to shop and where they want to go is way more important, that they dictate way more than you. And that's a belief system that we do not fucking subscribe to. Amen. Hallelujah. We don't subscribe to that bullshit. It's the people trying to say like, oh, you shouldn't curse, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't say this. Now, if cursing makes you feel awkward and you don't like it, don't curse. That's all this is really about. It's like, be you. And the reason why I'm using the example of cursing is because it's saying that in an industry, in a religion, in an environment, people don't believe that you should talk to people a certain type of way when you're in a certain spiritual community. They don't believe that you should do certain things when you are in, you know, if you wanted to have your freedom of speech and expression curtailed, whitewashed, you would go and go get one of those professions that didn't allow you to be an artist, that didn't allow you to use your talents, that didn't allow you to follow your life purpose. So you gotta allow your creativity to soar. You gotta sing your song the way you want to. Unrequited love. Yes, I'm telling you. I don't know if the message came out yet, but what this is pretty much saying is these are all, you've met every last single one of these miserable souls in past lives. They remember you. Their soul remembers you from a past life. I don't care if this is a random person on social media. When they found you, they felt like, I don't know why, I feel like I know you. So yes, they feel drawn to you. But in a past life, it was unrequited. Swear to God, that's what it's saying. It was unrequited. And so in this lifetime, the same hate that they had in that lifetime, they got it for you in this lifetime. They brought the grudge with them. Told you, 6 of Cups. This is resentment from a past life. And you're going to meet imagine this. Imagine being an artist, right? Let's say you're a rapper and you have millions of followers. And millions of followers, millions of people that listen to your music, and they, no matter what you do, you can never please these people. No matter what you do, everything you create, everything you put out, they are hardwired and designed for some reason not to like you. Everything that they do, they dissect it with a fine tooth comb. Oh yeah, see here, that's a ancient sign for the devil. Yeah, this over here, that's a confirmation of this. And they will make videos and content about how you are secretly, this is a superstitious conspiracy theorists, all types of weird shit. But they target people that they once loved now with unrequited love here. It's like, I once loved you. I once liked you. I don't like something that you do. You make me feel uncomfortable. You're doing something to me. You're doing something to me. And what Spirit is saying is that it's your purpose to take that apathy that people have, that resentment that people have against you, and to your gift is to literally irritate them. You have the best gift in the world. For real. Like, oh my God, like on my soul. You have the best gift in the world. Your gift is to literally just irritate people. Your gift is so, anytime you try to people please, your gift is going to work against you. That's it. You irritate people that want to rain on your parade, that want to hate on you. Magician in reverse. It's like the greatest magic trick ever performed. Houdini out here. The greatest magic trick ever performed is to walk up into a motherfucking room, do all types of weird magic shit. Every last single person starts, by the end of the show, they're wondering, what the fuck did they just watch? What the fuck did they just listen to? Did I lose my soul by listening to you? By buying your tickets? By showing up to your concert? Did I lose my soul today? What are you trying to do to me? You're trying to get me back with my ex. I think you're working for the devil. Every love song you make, they probably be like, see, that's the problem with the world today. They be making them songs that get people under hypnosis. So your only job is to literally keep making the music. Keep speaking out. Keep doing you. By the end of the day, they will be so disturbed by what they saw or what they experienced, to the point where they get mad at you and they hold resentment. And they hate you for it. It's like, I'm never going to forget what you did to me. So you are, like, you got the, they're supposed to hate you. But really, you're the sweetest person. Six of Cups, like, you're the most sweetest person in the world. You know? You're like that annoying kid when you see someone sad and you go over there and they're like, what you want, Willis? You know, you go up to that damn miserable person and you just like, pick a card. You're like that kid. That'd be like, you want to see a magic trick? Oh my God. And then they're like, no, I don't want to see no magic trick. I'm like, just pick a card. And they pick a card and they get scared. Like something jumps out. And maybe it's like a pop-up art or something like that. And they're like, you're going to hell. How dare you scare me? You know, you may have been accused of being like mischievous or autistic or something on the spectrum. I feel like you can't help it. I feel like you just naturally can't help it. You have these ticks. You have these different, like you get bored. And I think people just don't understand that. You just get bored of doing the same mundane thing over and over again. Y'all probably go to work if you work a 9 to 5. You're probably that person that goes to work and you bring the life when you're there, because it's like it's so dull in this job. Like you gotta liven it up. You may have like annoying managers and bosses that be like, oh my God, your desk is always so lively. Your desk is always so decorated. Uh Okay. And because you work at a 9 to 5 job, you can't really tell these people what you really want to tell them if you work at a 9 to 5 job. And so that's why I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you got options. Yeah, baby. Let me turn this down. Because every time you have to, like, keep the peace, emotionally detached, let them have it. Like you would end up resenting yourself for not saying what you really wanted to say, and that gets you to indirectly stifle your money. That gets you to block your own finances. And so if someone gets you to constantly, walk away, be the bigger person, be the bigger person. This ain't gonna resonate for everybody. This is saying that yes, some people's soul is being called to be the bigger person and walk away. Everybody's birth chart is different. What this is saying is that your soul has been specially crafted and made to fuck shit up. Okay? Yes. Yes. Temperance in reverse. Unpredictable. Magician in reverse. It's opposite day. you know? This is giving that type of energy. You know how Dochi is so cutting edge and opposite, like wearing lace tape on the outside of her hair. It works for her because she's following her soul, you know? Or how typically Beyonce don't like doing interviews and she don't like fucking talking to people because if she really wanted to say what she would say, she probably would say, all y'all could fucking go to hell. Anyone that don't like me. But she's contracted to take the high road. What does the high road look like? Her North Node is in Leo. North Node in Leo, you're meant to, yes, do the same thing, but you have to be more inconspicuous with it. And it's like you hide it in the details. You hide it in the illusion. You have to mesmerize differently. So North Node in Leo, it wouldn't be later on into her career where she's actually getting the recognition that she deserves because it's contracted for her to go through past life energy of experience unrequited love, people that love you but they also hate you and they feel like you're doing something to them, try because you're too mysterious. With the Magician in reverse, they can't figure you out. And those same people that was in her South Node in Aquarius, so people think she just running from something, but South Node in Aquarius, they're supposed to be introverted. They're supposed to be popular loners. You only hear from them when they got something to say. North Node in Leo, and they're making me use her as an example. North Node in Leo is now you revealing who you are, but Magician and Temperance is saying you you would benefit from finding some type of injustice in the world. Okay, with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, something that is like, for example, the reason why she got a lot of success as well from doing the country album, right? The injustice in the world is there's a lot of people that do country, but when you're in certain genres like pop or R&B, they don't feel like you should cross over into genres that don't suit you. You see how there's an injustice there? So her career would skyrocket and she would be honoring her soul, which says, when I take a situation that's injustice and I flip it and I do it and I care less what people think and I do it, I spend everything I cut no corners. And she found a way to creatively talk about topics in each song and it's encrypted, but you gonna feel it with the 7 of Cups. And so now, because she's moving in her life purpose, and she's on she's moving towards her north node, everything that was confusing, anything that was restricted, being held up for her, she's going to experience rapid success. Same thing that I see here. It's the same concept. So let's say it's flip. You're Aquarius in North Node. That type of energy, you are meant to restrict people from having access to you. People that get mad, that they feel like they can't control. You are meant to be very mysterious. Aquarius is detached. All right. I'm also picking up Sagittarius, something about expanding. If you have Sagittarius South Node. Anyway, no matter what you're doing, it's pretty much saying for those of you where you feel like your soul is calling you to be the magician in reverse, to flip the script, to take some type of spiritual injustice and the very thing that people tell you that you shouldn't do, that's what you're supposed to be doing. So if they tell you, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be you shouldn't be charging. Let's say they say you shouldn't be charging for tarot readings, right? The King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse is greed. And so they may be saying that you're sinning because God doesn't charge for a gift that should be free. That's an unrequited love situation. Someone that is telling you that because they do something, they believe that you should subscribe to their belief system. And that's not in alignment with your soul calling. And so you're supposed to be like, well, shit, let me be the first one to tell you that's not how that motherfucking go. That's not how that go. It may work for you. Maybe it's in your contract to do that bullshit, but not in this lifetime. So somebody, you meant to pop your shit. That's just what I see here. And the best part is for some of y'all, if you underpaid, spirit really pushing your soul, really pushing you not to give a fuck. Because if you underpaid, hell, they already underpaying you. What else you got to lose? You might as well go all the way. You might as well just rip the tape off, rip the plastic out, and just be you. Fuck it. It's very rebellious. The only way that anybody can fuck with your finances is if you resent the decline. You have to embrace the decline of anything in life. Fuck what the haters say. They could say it's happening to you for a lot of reasons. They're meant to have a front row seat anyway. Six of Swords. Who gonna have the last laugh? It's like it's like spirit is pretty much saying, if you try to avoid this, it's going to backfire. That's what answer your soul calling feels like. When you deny your soul of what it wants, it backfires you. It almost like pushes you so far back to the back of the line where you have to start back over and go through that wheel, that cycle. You gotta wait till the cycle happens again. So especially if y'all are portal jumping is what I'm seeing here. Page of Wands. So for those of you that be wondering, like, should I tell people that I'm doing this? Why? Why do you feel like you have to hold people's hand and explain to them everything? Where is the creativity in that? Where is the art in that? If every artist broke down their music video and explained the behind scenes of why they chose this and why they chose that, it wouldn't be thought provoking. Fuck. Spirit is saying be thought provoking. And anybody that feels uncomfortable by your ability to cast an illusion, they lack imagination. And they're just not meant to be on this path with you. But it always seems that people that lack imagination can't help but to be drawn to you anyway. So it's like a part of the territory. Mm-hmm. Any hoops. Oh, my mother sent me a text message. Hi, mother. I love you too. We have unicorn. Invite serendipity. We have battle of the blues. Take steps towards positive change. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're battling the blues, but like I said, I don't believe the blues belong to you. I feel like you're bored. You bored and you know it. Something is very boring. You want some serendipity. You want some magic in your life and you know it. And it's okay to say I want magic in my life. God knows my heart. Why would God make me this way if I wasn't meant to embrace myself fully? That's a really great question to ask oneself. Not that I'm trying to tell you what to do and all. You saw how I flipped that? See, I don't care. I'm going to tell you I'm doing it because that's what I do best. But those of you that do, some of you guys, if you were, what's that word? Spirit. If you ever dated a conniving person, Spirit is saying that person was only as good at their conniving as ability because they were embodying your energy. Oh shit, come through, Spirit. The person that you dated that was manipulative, conniving, gift of gab, charismatic, they were only as charismatic because they were using your magic. They were only that charming because they were using your magic. Yes, abracadabra. They were only that good because giving you the blues mean that they got to suck up all your good vibes and your energy. And so you grew to despise conniving, charming, gift of gab types of gifts. And they did a little whoop de whoop on you, a little illusion trick on you. If I get you to despise these things, you'll keep saying you don't want it, and I'll keep being able to use it and profit off of it. As long as anybody can get you to hate yourself, your own nature, you are a creature, you are a universe experiencing a human vessel. And so your nature and your magic, these people got you to despise it. So when you come across people that use it, it makes you feel like it's in the wrong hands. And it is in the wrong hands because it belonged to you. It was your energy. It was your magic. And if you're not the one wielding it, then a lot of people are destroying, killing, and stealing with it. So stop letting people take your magic and use it for ill intentions. It's not their calling, it's yours. And that's all I got to say about that. I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next reading. Bye. I don't know now.